she's in a warrior outfit, and normally when it's really serious and there's lots of words come up, they normally have 4 lion faces. The imagery they show me is always huge gates. I suppose it's, you know, they use my subconscious to think pearly gates. We're walking through there on the earth plane, and you shall go into the cherubim, and the cherubim shall stand at the right hand of the source and decide what happens as you dissipate or grow in that pool. Karma is one of the strongest ways to end ties to your next incarnation. We are made up of beams of light, stars, created in a mass sentient intelligence that grows, and various layers of the celestial realms, the multiverse, connect in with this beautiful source of light, just as your embryo creates itself by amassing together of cells. Near-death experience, near-death experience. This is your word, near-death experience. Then we will show you the bliss of the earthly layer. Are you well? Are you smashing it? Are you doing everything you possibly can to make yourself feel happy? If you're not, sort it out. Darlings, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining me. New subscribers, new VIP tribe members, welcome, welcome, welcome. This is a beautiful community and tribe. And please, 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 to help me grow this channel, just put a little like if you enjoy the video. And if you're a visitor, subscribe, because there's loads of goodies on here. Today, we're going to be doing one of my favourites. I absolutely love it. I've already gone up halfway, so it won't take me too long to get back in there. I'm going to take you to the Crystal Palace. Last time, we had the amazing Saint Germain, who I never met before in my life. Didn't even know he was. He was showing me all this violet, and I didn't realise it was a violet flame. But hey-ho! So thank you for filling in the gaps from last time. So what we're going to do is we're going to go up. I have no clue what's going to happen. I'm really excited because I'm just literally as open as you to see what's going to happen. So I'm going to get back into my energy. And let's see what comes about. I'm going to actually have my fried egg. God, it's bleeding heavy. Okay, I'll see you on the other side. Did you see what I did there? Did you see what I did? It's good pun, isn't it? Okay. I find myself on the path going towards the Crystal Palace. To me, the imagery they show me, so I recognise it, is a big turreted, sparkling, giant palace with loads of cloud around it. And I find myself with my arm on an archangel's arm, and as I look, I can see Metatron. Hello, Metatron. Oh my goodness, the energy's strong today. Oh, my head is on. Woo! Sparkly, sparkly. I have healing energy coming in from Archangel Raphael to my right, because my eyelids are now flashing green. So he wishes to impart healing to all of you who are suffering, who are in chronic conditions, who are emotionally suffering or have loss. He's aware that many connect with this channel that may be going through hardships. He's bringing as much healing, calmness as he can. He's asking for you to join him in the middle. Think of crystals that can help you, essential oils, mindfulness, meditations that can assist you feeling as good as you can during times of ailment. Thank you, Raphael. Metatron is holding my arm. I'm resting my eye. He's acknowledging. He's very pleased with the transition of how many people are becoming more awake, more aware of their origins, of the source. There are many people that are feeling inclined to want to learn certain channeled strategies, such as healing, like Reiki healing, angelic healing. He's acknowledging also there are many children that are learning, inquisitive and curious about the phenomena of the spirit world, the angel realm. So you may have your children being a lot more enlightened. They might start drawing more intriguing symbols and things that are literally being channeled to them inadvertently. They're totally safe. There's absolutely no problem whatsoever. But he's very pleased with how we are growing as a consciousness. He's supporting all of our consciousness and bringing in on his frequency how he's showing you opportunities, or he's exposing a meditation to you, or he's showing you a class, or, you know, he's bringing synchronicity and signs in to help you continue your growth and your development. This is all going beautifully despite what is happening on the planet. He has acknowledged some of the things that have happened recently, going from the fires to the air. Phone just turned itself off. How can I do channeling if the phone turns itself off in the middle? It just went blimp, and I thought, hang on a minute. And I didn't want to, it doesn't matter because I can jump backwards and forwards, but are they clever? So sorry about that. Let's go back to Metatron. So we are, you know, he's saying that we're going to bring signs in, synchronicity, to lead you to your spiritual growth. He acknowledges, obviously, meditation, being mindful, connecting with nature. He's just shown me pink, which is Ariel. And there's this just beautiful alignment of the collective coming together and getting stronger. And so what I was saying earlier, thank you, he's brought up like the airplane crashes, the volcano, which he said I was just talking about. And I'm like, sorry, the phone turned off. And it's all the seismic shift. It's all meant to be as it is. And the problem is that we don't want to implement fear into that. Okay. Random. It's just showing me a unicorn. So this is, believing in the magic, embracing the magic of the transition of what's happening, rather embracing the earthbound stuff that's going on that can bring us into a bit of panic, you know. Yeah, because he's just brought up Iran and Iraq. It's just, I don't know if there's going to be something over the oil issues again. I really don't know what he's talking about. Well, I do. But they're the flashes of images he's just shown me. And so he's bringing me to potentially talking about earthbound stuff in a minute, but he wants to keep us in the magic. The white unicorn, I don't even quite know what that means in imagery and what the symbology of it is, but unicorns are just magic, strong, brave, pure. Most of them are shown as white, aren't they? Well, this one is that I'm seeing now. So it's about sitting in your purity, embracing spirituality, grounding yourself, again, as I say, walking in nature, being mindful, being kind, being benevolent, not allowing people around you that are negative to drain you, you know. Thank you. Yeah, walk your path. It's showing me the path now, which is clear and defined. Stay on your path, walk your path. And if there's people that want to pull you off it, then you've just got to, you know, push them aside and continue going on your path. So don't let other people stop your growth also. Especially, you know, some people find that they may have created an incarnation where they are in a family that aren't as spiritually advanced as them, and so they're obviously becoming more curious, more awake, more open. And sometimes families show resistance with things like that, especially if they're, you know, of a religion that says that you shouldn't be doing what you're doing. Don't delve with the unknown. But I just feel like I want to tell you through him to embrace this. I feel still third party, so he's not speaking the words and I repeat them. He's like almost reporting back to me as we walk along with him, holding my arm up. And he is holding your arm up. He's holding your whole soul up, helping you to gravitate towards this. He has a particular love for assisting children in keeping themselves awake and open when they first start school, peer pressure, society. And he's assisting children to stay more awake than ever, because they're the ones that will be the new generations for loving the planet, the animal kingdom, and leading us in the future, which is mentioned all of the time. So it appears, in respect of our consciousness growing, it's doing rather well, which is good news. We're loving that. It's absolutely wonderful. The magic of how the synchronicity works and the signs lead you to such amazing things. Go with them. I don't question them. As soon as I see something that happens again and again and again, I go with it. I don't even stop to think. So this is a wonderful opportunity for you to embrace your spiritual side and go for it. Even if you haven't got a clue what to do, just start listening to meditations, start taking yourself to nature walks, and start talking to your loved ones in the spirit world, your angels, and they'll reply. I promise you. So we're walking through the main door of the Crystal Palace now, and there is a Seraphim standing there. Staff of Power, own your power. Oh no, where's that? I do feel like they're bringing a bleeding doom, I'm not going to lie. Oh dear. Okay, so yeah, she's in a warrior outfit, and normally when it's really serious and there's lots of words come up, they normally have 4 lion faces, but she hasn't got that. She's still got a long black flowing hair. Oh God, I hope it, please don't let there be another fire, please. I've got to say it, I can see a big forest fire again. There's another one. I'm trying to locate it. I can't see where it is. That's unusual. I can't see where it is. I can just see a strawberry. What the hell's that? Mind you, I said that about poppy, and it was a California state poppy, so I don't think it's strawberries. It's not Canada, is it? I can't see. I'm not going to push it. I'll wait for them to bring it to me. So I think that's what they might be working on next, to try and save as much life as possible, you know, wildlife, things like that. It feels mountainous though, like mountain region. Is that, I'm going Turkey, are we? It could be around Turkey, I'm not sure. Okay, I'll move on and see if anything else comes for that. Thank you. She's walking with me to my right. She's huge. They're about 8 foot tall. It's ridiculous. Mind you, so is Metatron. Where are we going? Going through, right, so we've gone through the front, the door right in front. She's standing next to me. They are definitely doing defence work as well, definitely. There's defence work, and this is war. So they're defending, protecting, trying their hardest for people to be safe. They're trying to stop the loss of life. Okay, yeah. She's left me at the, oh look, they're so different. Oh, in imagery, they're so different. So she's one of the warriors down here, up and down through the Oculus, which is a portal down to, the Oculus of Gaia is a portal down to Earth. But all those lovely other divine angels are all singing, the Seraphim, and healing. Lots of military that have lost their lives in, most probably, I would say, Ukraine, Russia, Israel, Palestine, because I'm not seeing any different type of energy. So we're going round which way? Right, to the right is my halls of learning, and straight ahead is reality layer, which is heaven, where all our lot are. After they, oh, we're going to the reality layer. The imagery they show me is always huge gates. I suppose it's, you know, they use my subconscious to think, pearly gates. We're walking through there. Describe it. Okay. Okay, so what's happened here? Still purple. Welcome to my domain. Jeremiel. Jeremiel is the Archangel of reviews. He can assist our reviews down here on the earth plane if we wish to look at where we are, establish plans, establish what no longer serves us. But he also is the Archangel that reviews our souls when we go up to the spirit world. when we go up to the spirit world, depending on what dominant part of our soul feels more comforted is what we'll be confronted with. So just say, for instance, that you you're a starseed and your dominant part of your soul is to be connected to your galactic area, your star system, then you will be met by a starseed being. Perhaps your words are alien. And this will make you feel comforted. Some of you may feel that because you have had a very religious time on the earth plane that you shall see Jesus. Some of you may see the human imagery of God. Some of you may see various things such as the Virgin Mary. We create the imagery your soul will feel most comforted by during your transition from the spirit world, as brought up by Azrael, to welcome themselves to me. This is when we do our review. Many people ask how long it takes for you to scour the life that you have just agreed upon. As you come up, you are shown various landmarks that have been agreed in your soul plan. Your soul plan, as you have been told before during these sessions, are agreements for you to adhere to, purely to acknowledge growth of your soul and ascension. What happens is that we go through these landmarks and see if you have felt good with yourself, perhaps is the right word in the dictionary of this mind, to say that you have done everything you possibly can to align yourself to your landmark experiences, knowledges, challenges, triumphs during your earthly time this time round. I hear in subconscious terms from the vessel that we are being asked how long this may take. We make it clear to everyone down there that there is no time tick-tocking, as our learned Julianus would state. We go by energy spikes, energy troughs. We know the right time aligned by the stars, light, sound vibration, position of the planet, and your agreements. This is why you have so many old ancestral features such as the pyramids, the Sphinx, all aligned to the stars. And most people that actually went into the pyramids at the time when they were firstly built by starseeds accompanying them, interestingly surrounded by water, which they no longer are. These were the most wonderful, magnetic, correlated, positional temples that could possibly be created. They were not only the resting ground of many of the leaders, but they were also a wonderful magnetic field of acknowledging the divine, which over time has slowly dissipated, over time has slowly been, perhaps we could say, dirtied by the fact that most of the things that were placed within these temples have been removed for your museums, and from people that decided to delve into these sacred places. They still hold the pyramid energy that can assist in the divine, and these are created all around the world. However, I'm not here to talk of this. Perhaps Ariel would be of more assistance, or Gabriel indeed, on the messaging and how you can attain and achieve the most highest vibration to us in certain landmarks and ley lines that have been created to assist you in closer connection to us. So if we perceive human time in respect of the life review, we see that we can do your life review if you are timing this in your own earthly stopwatches. Yes, you can say that. You can say that on stopwatches. You would find that perhaps it would take a matter of seconds, perhaps the time of light to pass, the speed of sound to pass. This is how quick we could potentially look at your review. As you've already been told before, we also then face you with a choice of how you have perceived your experience during this incarnation. We also allow you to see anything that has taken place that perhaps goes against the laws of the universe, the laws of humankind, the laws of your own soul agreement. Hence we then enter the cherubim chamber. I do not assist or attend this chamber, for this is for you to go in. As one would say, when you come down to the earth plane, you are born alone. You are also, use a figurative speech of, you die alone. You go into the cherubim chamber alone. These are for the people that have created atrocities to themselves, one another, on the earth plane. And you shall go into the cherubim, and the cherubim shall stand as the right hand of the source and decide what happens as you dissipate or grow in that pool. They are not the main deciders. They assist in creating the vibration in the cherubim pool as to how you judge yourself. Mark my words when I say, and this is to alleviate many people viewing this session now who have had injustice, who have been exposed to evil on this earth by another's hand. Karma is one of the strongest ways to end ties to your next incarnation. It is also another way to end the existence of the soul. There are many that will argue that no soul or energy can dissipate. There are many that limit their belief systems to this effect. We can manifest, create, and dawn planets and end planets if we wish. We have not done this very much. However, we can create, manifest, and dissipate. And yes, a soul can dissipate itself if it's surrounded by its own inadvertent evil. We do not allow these that create genocide, these that create hate, evil, we do not allow them to have the freedom to reincarnate. So those being exposed to injustice and those that have delivered evil upon themselves and others will no longer have the freedom to be able to come and incarnate. I'm sure this has already been covered in another session. However, I wish to just implement what happens when you do come up in your transitional phase. You are still full of the human ego. You are still full of human emotion. And you may find yourself just a tiny, tiny little bit ill-balanced. This is where we take you to these wonderful, what shall we call them? Pods, rooms, temples, huts. Small places of imagery that when you recognize them, your human ego still recognize them as a place of rest. So almost a chapel of rest for you to become accompanied with your loved ones and rest your weary soul from having a human incarnation. So following your review, you shall go into these wonderful huts of rest, introspection, healing. And as you lay upon these very slowly, this is where you may be taken to other parts of our heavenly layer. As you are aware, my brother created a new earth layer for you to feel so much more welcome in, with the normal, familiar insects, birds, animals, plants, meadows, leaves, water outlets. So perhaps you may wander on these for a while whilst you're getting used to your transitional phase from being a human going back to pure spirit. Perhaps you may take a flight on a hawk or a butterfly. Perhaps you may walk through the waters and play with the divine. Acknowledge the Atlantean friends, acknowledge dolphins. Whichever way the light takes you, you will find yourself in complete bliss. I wish to show you also that during your time where you are reviewed, if it is written that you must return back to your human body, term. You, oh dear, back to your existence. Oh, have I got near-death experience? Near-death experience. Near-death experience. Near-death experience. This is your word, near-death experience. Then we will show you the bliss of the earthly layer. The light, perhaps you'll be taken on a welcoming journey where you know that you will be safe. You know that you will be absolutely fine and surrounded by love, harmony, peace, abundance when you actually do come over to this earth plane. The reason we do have these near-death experiences is to bring you back to the planet to then spread the word of the divine. For some don't wish to stand upon listening to the channelers, the people that have us come to them, the people that enlighten you with their knowledge, with their light, with their energy, with the esoteric needs of the population. Some like to hang on a minute. Could you just slow down and then the vocabulary can work? Sorry. Then they can listen to the layman. The layman that has potentially had some form of accident, some form of operational difficulty in the houses of healing, and that he tends to go off for a limited amount of time. He comes to us, we show him perhaps familiar family members, we show him perhaps or her, as we have to acknowledge your human forms, we have to acknowledge perhaps a beautiful journey or something that you can take back to then share with your human friends. This helps us to open a corner of enlightenment. Your stories can reach those who would not necessarily choose to sit in the audience of light workers, empaths, healers, and our mediums. We are also bringing lights, near-death experiences, and showing phenomena of the soul leaving the physical body under the umbrella, umbrella of Azrael, showing doctors, your learned colleagues that are your healers, nurses, I can't think of any other words, anybody that perhaps will watch the transition of the soul departing from the body and will report this. Someone, again, not a layman, someone that perhaps would normally see beyond the magic of the afterlife. We are crediting light experiences, afterlife and transition of the soul to people that are highly revered in their scientific field. Metatron is very excited about the consciousness rising, as science will be highly regarded along with the quantum space, the quantum field. Both will marry together in the next few years, where science will have to start acknowledging afterlife. Science will have to start acknowledging the light that flashes within the embryo where the esoteric silver cord joins the soul on conception. Many things are going to be discovered by science where they will have to surrender and acknowledge either we hear them say we have no idea, an anomaly. They will start measuring quantum fields. They have already. They will start measuring phenomena. And we will come into an understanding very much so in the next 4 to 5 humans. Hello, darling. May I ask what this historical moment is that's taking place right now?
Well, we're in the factory.
It's a nice factory. It looks like you've got a nice little,
very comfortable,
comfy sofa there.
That's right. And
Jesus.
we've got a couple of pre-orders from the website. So I'm just literally hashing up a box, and this one is going to Kentucky in America.
Is that your first order?
First order.
I think the second one's international as well, isn't it?
No, the second one is going to
Oh my God. Oh, congratulations. happening already. They have their books firmly shut, knowing that souls can be recorded. Soon the books will open, just as the Akashic records are described by Metatron. Patience is key for us also. We really do wish for you to evolve and grow, and we really do wish for the atrocities, the murders and the unjustice and the tyranny that takes place to dissipate, to appear more in a balanced state. But for the time being, this is the beginning of our transition, and so we of course have to be as patient as you have in watching humans evolve to this higher plane of consciousness to bring about the benevolence that's required to have a more orderly earth. Some of you have decided when you've come up, I've noted, that you don't wish to go back down to the earth. We then normally transport you to enlightened planets, telekinesis, balance. They have already strategically worked out, acknowledged, grown in their love and benevolence. And some of you have highly aspired to this realm where you can, with your soul cluster, reside on this other planets full of the technology that you need, the technology that you require, and that you don't even have to open your lips to connect your intentions. To be honest with you, if you are honest with yourselves, you will see that you can actually connect telekinetically with other human beings. How many times have you thought something and the other person has responded verbally? How many times have you thought of a person and your telecommunications are alerting you to the fact that that particular soul is connecting with you? Telekinesis is very powerful and very salient phenomena. In fact, phenomena possibly could be the wrong word. It is a fact. And if you continue to raise your consciousness, your telekinesis will improve for that matter. Of course, I digress because there are so many different realms and situations and ways to acknowledge and receive a soul up into the reality layer. Let us take ourselves back to the healing plinth where your soul could be doing all manner of things to accustom itself to being lighter. This is the biggest thing that you will acknowledge once you are here, that the heaviness of your physical body will create some discombobulation is a word that I believe the vessel has been using rather recently. You may feel that you are far too light, and this can bring in what you would recognise in the human vocabulary as panic somewhat. However, you have the seraphim nearby. You also have your beautiful family that have aligned themselves to our celestial realms who can assist you in bringing and allaying fears and bringing comfort to you. It's momentarily. I'm really sorry, he's not getting my vocabulary. Let me just slow him down again. That's how you say it. Momentarily. You're welcome. Momentarily, this could be not even a second on your human time, that there may be dis-ease by not having that physical heavy body. Once you align yourself to the purity of just being a soul being, then you will have nothing but divine energy and love coursing through you. Love is what connects us to the planet and the celestial realms. Love is what connects you to your soul cluster. As soon as they sense your soul, they are down by your side before you even pass. Raphael never goes down to the earth plane alone. There are always people and animals with love sitting around your loved one, waiting for them to pass, waiting for their soul to be free once again from the caged human existence. And I do find it quite contenting. It's not the word. I do find it quite amusing that many who come here, once they experience the lightness of the soul and remember every existence that's ever transitioned through their soul acknowledgement, they then decide to come back down as they crave the human challenges, the human ways and wherefores. And of course we let them down, of course they come back up again, and of course they need comforting, of course they need healing, and of course they need to review all of the tribulations that took place, and most importantly, anything that brought ill harm to them mentally, physically, spiritually. We allay all their fears, we take away everything that hurt them, that created ailments. Remember, you do not have a physical body here. So how do you ask, do you communicate with mediums? How do you create a life? How do you know that you are still human? Will I lose memory of my family? Are they really there? Why does it sound so perfect and good? Absolutely. The reason why this place is a utopia is because this is source. We are made up of beams of light, stars, created in a mass sentient intelligence that grows, and various layers of the celestial realms, the multiverse, connect in with this beautiful source of light, just as your embryo creates itself by massing together of cells. And once these cells create, develop, grow, they then create an intelligence of their own. This is known as your soul cluster. The soul cluster is a beautiful, unified energy, and all of the souls that connect to it shall incarnate every single time on the earth plane together. They may arrive at different times in your life. They may not be your blood family. They will come in and come out or remain with you for whatever soul plan you decided to take. Of course, this is more Metatron zone, your spirit guides, the halls of learning. And please know that we don't have these public signs here. We don't have a roadway, a path. We create this imagery in your mind so you understand the different frequencies. Many times I've been asked by mediums and human beings that I overhear sometimes when I help you review your lives down there. It's not real. How do I know? Where are the frequencies? What part of the sky are they in? It's very hard for us to describe to you different dimensions and frequencies. I would say it's like going into different atmospheres. You perhaps live in a colder country. You get on the flying sauce aeroplane, and you take yourselves to a hotter climb, and suddenly you're in another space, beautiful warm space, completely different from where you've come from, but you find yourself acclimatizing and enjoying that different environment, atmosphere. And this is exactly what it's like here. So although we don't have anything physically here, we like to liken this to your dream state, your brainwave states whilst asleep. And some of you may see yourselves flying, visiting other people, healing other people, being with strange animals. Whatever your dreams might be, they are split into two separate forms of unconsciousness. One will be where you are purely pushing through and processing all of the information that took place on the earth plane, perhaps in the last human week or day. So these are literally a reflection of what you need to process through your physical body. We then come to us connecting with you, or you having prophetic dreams. And these are connections, downloads, information from the source to help you align to your natural state of being, which is a pure spiritual soul. However, we have to get past the ego system and the physical body and the mind that creates so much torment for us learned celestial layers. And so the reason we create these is, can you understand the reality of a dream, the colours, the vibrancy? We like to impress connection to you so we can show you the reality of the spirit world that you will be inhabiting, the reality layer. Have you ever woken up from a dream? You can feel, smell, see, know everything in that dream, and it was as real as true life. That is exactly what it's like to be a spirit being. You can think of a space, a frequency, and it will be created. You can feel, touch, smell, know anything around you. Not in a human sense, but in the more deeper possible sense you could possibly Imagine you are the article you touch. You are part of the atmosphere you create. Human species have a tendency to like familiarity. They like to find their tribe. And so, part of your soul cluster that has passed before you will create beautiful familiar spaces that you will feel accustomed to after your transition. Remember, to begin with, you will still miss your loved ones down on the earth plane until you know that you can be sitting next to them within a nanosecond. Nano? It's nano. It's nanosecond. Oh, don't. I feel so much alive and happy. I want to laugh because he's racing through my vocabulary, not quite getting it. Absolutely never had this happen before. It's wonderful. God, his light is incredible. It's just blinding purple, white, grey light. It's just need a breather. God. And so, if you lived down a particular street that our soul knows you loved, adored, was familiar to you, that held lots of good memories, then your loved one will know this and curate that street. So you may find yourself, as soon as you walk through the gates, that you will see the familiar street that you once lived upon. And perhaps your grandparents, your parents, your loved ones, whoever they may be, could create the house you used to love. But we tend to find that lots of humans tend to create an abode that they've always dreamt of, which they can create. This is, of course, assisted by all of your pets and your loved ones that are not human form. They can all come and be with you. You can create whatever reality you wish. Now, if we look at a human compounded system whereby perhaps you won the lottery and you won lots of the human money. You won the human money. Everything before that win you would have aspired to, worked towards, allowed loved ones to assist, or assist loved ones in getting you to where you needed to be. And once you achieve that certain little rung on that ladder, you just want to be aspired to go on the next ladder and the next one and the next one and go higher and higher. And it was very exciting to reach each rung. However, if you won the lottery, you could have everything you possibly wanted. And I understand that you would be bored, perhaps. And I hear that many would possibly say, no, I have everything I need. Love is all you need in this planet, on the multiverse, in every dimension. That is what feeds you, drives you, and keeps you balanced, harmonised, and ready for all sorts of adventures as an immortal soul. And so we liken perhaps that if you win the lottery, if you pass up to the spirit world, after an immense amount of time, you will feel that you wish to incarnate for another human experience on this earth plane. Most would say, I do not want to return here because of the suffering or the evil or the body that I was placed in. You chose these just to acknowledge them. You crave human experiences. Please trust me in this. My frequency has millions of souls come up all of the time, broken, tired, damaged, and within that nanosecond, you realise you're back home, you realise you're with your loved ones, you create your reality. If you wish to go sailing on a boat, if you wish to be climbing a mountain, riding a horse, riding a car, the carriage, you can. And dependent on the age of your soul, you can go to any multiverse you wish, as long as your soul cluster wishes to go with you. And if you do not wish to go back down onto the earth, you choose yourself a younger demise. perhaps not even being born. Connect with the esoteric, call down, return home and be a guardian angel for your soul cluster on the planet. The choice is yours. The choice is very different when you're up here. Most vow they will never come back to the earth again when they come up broken. And then within 100 years, 200 years, 50 years, they wish to go back down again because they've learned more. They've acknowledged love. They've realised what's important. And these are the people that we see giving their lives up to save children, giving their lives up on medical missions, giving their lives up to save animals. Living in a shoebox as long as love, happiness and kindness exudes. Picking vocabulary from a human mind is exceptionally interesting, don't you think? For I can create the imagery and the word shoebox, but can't understand the nano word. We are just as intrigued connecting with human vocabulary, mind, souls, ecosystems, just as you are about us. We never thought that we would be imparting human vocabulary words to you on a regular basis, but the time has come that we now have to lower a slight vibration to connect with our mediums, to give you the reality, the simple facts of your afterlife, of your immortality, of your life reviews, of your near-death experiences. This is the new beginning of the new way. In years to come, there will be no matter. People will openly connect with other people and channel various information from sources, and it will be given just as you are having one of your cups of tea, having one of your cups of coffee, no matter of the beverage. Channeling us and other divine beings, starseeds, beings from different systems will be of no matter. How beautiful a world would that be? Consciousness, a sense of duty to look after humanity, your community, your loved ones, your neighbours. And some of you have been chosen in your near-death experiences to bring the word of God, if you like, the word of the angels, the word of heaven down here, as well as esteemed doctors, healers, nurses, to show there really is a physical realm. And when I mean physical, I mean measurable. A heartbeat of the planet, measurable. Soul energy, measurable. And all of this is going to come to pass in more ways you could possibly imagine. We are so excited for the scientific surrenders that will take place in the next few human years. And so for any of you that are sitting, grieving, knowing that your loved one is about to pass or has already passed, they are completely safe, well comforted, and so at peace. They are never alone. They no longer suffer. They no longer have the ailments that pulled them from your world. And most of the time, they will want to come down and bring you signs, synchronicity, acknowledgement of their eternal life, acknowledgement they are waiting for you. But let's make it clear, they're not waiting, as you would say, 24 hours per day. They let you know they're waiting in subtle ways, and then they will go and do other things, perhaps assisting other souls in their near-death experiences or their deaths. They may choose to go to assist the seraphim. They may choose to go to the halls of learning to study and learn immortal soul agreements, sit with their guides. All of this seems far too good to be true. Your fairy tales make us sound that magic is magic, just as the unicorn. This is why I asked for it to be shown right at the beginning of this connection. Never limit your belief systems. Never limit magic. For we choose the souls who come on this journey during our channelings, and for those who became dissuaded from us showing the unicorn are the ones that we do not wish to impart our words upon, as they're no longer, no, not yet ready, ready. And of course know that our presence, our communication is beyond anything you could possibly imagine. It's a thunderstorm connected with the brightest sun. We have had to lower our vibration in not a derogatory way to allow ourselves to embrace some sort of personality, a way to communicate to you during these new beginnings. We remember the vessel not wishing to actually take part in this type of session, as she has experienced nothing but the mighty of our energy, our frequency. Times have changed, and we have afforded ourselves to change our frequency, lower slightly our vibration, so that we can come through and bring layman terms technology, layman terms decidement. We can, let's change that please, it doesn't make sense. We can help you decipher the unknown anomalies that hit all of those hearts of the non-believers. There is no afterlife. Once you have passed, you have gone. But we have already served mankind through our scientific minds that we have inspired to show you there is matter. There is energy that cannot be dissipated. The only place it can be in that frequency portal of the Cherubim chamber. We blend with the human body and acknowledge that the smile is friendliness, and expressions bring reality, bring more communication to you, which is quite, if you like, alien to us, as generally we work with frequency light telekinesis. So we have had to learn a whole new way of communication with humanity, as this is part of the transitional phase that's taking place. More and more portal mediums shall be used for our word. What you take from these sessions is up to you. Embracing them will help you to see the path clearer, help you to know and be comforted that your loved ones have merely moved over a different frequency and left their host, have left their host, their physical body, and come back to our, as you would call it, home. So yes, you will physically, emotionally miss your loved ones, your animals. But within those, I beg your pardon, seconds, you will be connected with your loved ones, your friends, your animals, and you will have access to the layers that human forms can access whilst up here. There are so many layers to experience, but for now, the halls of learning, the reality layer, the Seraphim celestial garden, the Cherubim chamber are the ones we wish to impart for this time round. I'm aware that there's been some change in the throat chakra energy, which I wish to alleviate. As I've already said, I do hope that this brings back some sort of reality to what happens. It is a mere transitional phase for you to come from your vacation holiday body and come back home on the aerospace vessel back to the reality layer. Different atmosphere. For you would take off your Apple clothing to be in a hotter environment. So you merely take off your physical body to be in our environment. It's that simple. We have no idea why it's been created into such a mythology, such a unworldly situation. We don't understand why the secret of our immortality has prevailed over the millennia. Ask yourself this question: why do you think? It is not for me to tell you why you think the secret of your immortality has been pushed by every leader of every fraction of this planet, whether it be religious, whether it be political, peerage, friends, belief systems. We embrace and love you all for every creed, religion that you decide to take that brings you comfort. However, every single person and animal on this planet knows the only thing that brings them back home, like a magnet of sheer force, is love. Love. Once you know your physical body is coming to its end, your soul tells you in your sleep state, in the time that it takes for you to go through the passing of your physical body, I'm going home and I'm going to be with the rest of my family. I'm going to miss the family here. What shall I do? Oh, I am here. What can I do to get back down and comfort them? And I don't really remember very much about my death. Got it right. You got the death word right. Sorry, that's me coming out. I think I'm coming down now because I had to jump in on that death. I've got a feeling, I respect and revere you, but may I please ask with greatest respect that I now withdraw from this energy because I'm starting to feel ailments in my body. I thank you for allowing me to connect with you today and all of the beautiful divine beings. And I ask with love, respect, that you please bring healing, enlightenment and love to all those that need it on this earth plane. I thank you for allowing me to have the downloads that you have brought me today and connect with you today. But I can now start to feel physical pain in my body, and I respectfully request that I now withdraw from this energy with love and complete light and reverence to all of you beautiful beings, and ask that I come down now back to this earth plane. I thank you, Jeremiel, Metatron, Raphael, Ariel. I thank you for your enlightened words today. If you closed your eyes, or if you kind of were with me on this, just imagine or create a door in front of you. Mine's green. It's green with a big gold, beautiful door handle. And I've just asked Jeremiel, I've got a feeling that he was gone on for hours. I really do feel that. I've never pulled back before, but my back is starting to really hurt. My arms really hurt today, and I'm just aware of that. So I know from doing this all my life that it's time for me to pull back. I've got a feeling he would have spoken for hours, and I will go back up there and continually talk to him when it feels right, but I need to pull myself back. I'm going to be really interested how long this was. It must be 10 minutes. So I've acknowledged an agreement with Jeremiel that when I open the door, I will be back in this room and change frequency. I can teach you all of this. It's so easy. I'm going to be teaching it in the workshop at the London NDEs. That's it. So I've come, remember I've done this like since I was a kid, so it's as easy for me as anything, but it takes work, trust me. But once you get there, you can switch it on and off and you can jump in and out of channel. It's not like a full possession, do you know what I mean? It's nothing like that. I am aware somewhere, but like when I'm safe with Julian, I don't mean safe, but with Julianus, I just let him go and I pop off and have a coffee. Yeah, okay, I will. It's just saying, just bring some sound frequency in to drop you down to the earth plane. And I just need to visualise my room and my body. There I am, got it. Bless you. Okay, that's it. Right, so my advice, oh God, it's the brightness. It's the brightness of everything. Coming up for an hour, bloody knew it. The brightness. So when you come down, ground yourself. Okay, if you've like kind of switched me on and close your eyes, then have a cup of tea, have a biscuit, go for a walk, get your grounding mat. I always put my grounding blanket on from Earth and Revolution after this, just to ground myself. Anything human, do it, and it will ground you. And then I always say, which I just did, thank you so much for this connection. May I always be your ambassador. And now I ask that you close my energy down, so that you don't walk around flying around, you know, because oh my God, I did it the other day and I nearly crashed into a car because I didn't even see it because I went out too quick. I'm still up in there. I was still up with butterflies and dragonflies. Oh my goodness, Jeremiel. I don't think, this is just all so new to me. I don't think I've ever spoken to him before at this length, right? And he really struggled getting around human words. I don't know if that was me or him. This is all new for me, you know. Remember, it was only a couple of months ago that they said, push the button. I thought, oh, no. I'm not doing all that. I'm a channeler. No, I'm a medium. You know, I can feel angel stuff. I go up to the Crystal Palace. But when there's like, start talking to them, I'm like, no, people are going to think I'm bloody making it up or it's rubbish. Then what happens? They chuck in some predictions and they validate everything they say. I don't think there was any predictions apart from that forest fire. I hope that's just going back to the old fires. Oh my God, I don't want any more wildlife going and human beings. So when you're grounding yourself, you won't, you know, you feel a bit out of it. Everything's completely bright. It's like hugging a tree. It's like, whoa, everything's bright, everything's airy, everything's woo. And then slowly you'll start to come down. And I knew I needed to withdraw because my back was starting to hurt. And you don't normally feel ailments when you're up there and when you're conversing with them. And so I knew I had to come back down. I've got a feeling he would have gone on. He's got Julianus energy. And then I thought it was going to change my voice. I don't know if that happened or not. And I thought, don't do that. I don't want to stop doing freaky stuff. I've had that before and people were like, I don't want to do that. Perhaps he's just trying out my throat chakra. Anyway, darlings, I really hope you enjoyed that. I'm going to play. I can't, even though I'm not taken over, that's absolutely not what's happening here. I'll make that clear. I'm just repeating what I would see or do in a meditation. And I need to play it back so I don't remember it. But I'm sure he was talking a lot about what happens when we die. That's simple by the looks of it, isn't it? But didn't you love it? I love it because I never know what I'm going to do. It's totally organic. Absolutely love it. Love it. Because it's a lesson for all of us. That's why I have to watch them back. Because, thank you. I have to watch them back so I can take the lessons as well and know what they're about. I remember the Cherubim Chamber. I've got a video on that, by the way. The Cherubim Chamber, if you look, just search it on my channel, you'll find it. Okay, darlings. Right, that's me. I really hope you enjoyed that. Let me know in the comments below. It blows my mind. Archangel Jeremiel, thank you very much.